Hello everyone, this is Aya from Hinawi Software. As we can see here on the screen, I have the Hinawi Software desktop application opened in front of me. And for today's topic, I am going to cover a very important requirement in several countries, which is the Social Security. So in the system, we have the Social Security displayed into two different parts or locations. The first one, we named it under the name pension, and the second one is the social security. So pension is used in countries like the United Arab Emirates. However, in Jordan, they are using the social security. So you can activate either the first or the second one. You can't activate both because they're the same thing, but with different locations, different setups. So from here, I will show you the social security. First, we will see the setup, and then how we can decide the different percents for Social Security regarding employees percent and companies percent. And finally, we will see how this affects the salary sheet. So we will see the draft salary sheet as the last step. Notice here I am logged in from the admin account because settings is a very sensitive topic. It's not accessed from any normal user. We have to be logged in from admin in order to be able to see that and change in the settings. So first we go to the HRMS settings and then to the general settings. From here in this window, we can see different company names, basically because the system allows more than one company to be added, to be created in the system, and each of which has its own setup, of course. Let's select any of those and then let's go to company setup, maximize this, and then make sure you go to the payroll policy. In here, you can see this window, but we want the second tab, which is the pension. As we can see here, we can activate or deactivate any of those options and checklists displayed in front of us. I want to activate, make sure that the last sentence right here is activated, which is the Social Security tab for the pension. So the system will discard the pension from the basic salary and the allowances setup because that is the other location. So now we are focusing on this. I will make sure this is activated, but also I will show you the other one in case we want to activate that one. So we go here and then we select the basic salary. As we can see, we have the last two columns as pension, employee, and pension company. So the percents. So this is where the second location is, but as I said, we are going to focus on the social security part. So after we made sure that the checkbox is ticked, that was the first step. Now we go to manage employees and then go to set salary and benefits. Make sure here you select the create or adjust single salary, which will display this window for us. So there is an entire video about this where you can set the salary, decide the mode of the payment, whether cash, check, or bank transfer, one of which also here is the Social Security tab. So I will select any of those employees and then I will click on enter. After I do that, notice here the employee number is displayed, all the information, the amounts, the payment mode, everything. So here we focus on the last tab, which is called the Social Security tab. So this is how it looks like. The first sentence right here says that we will fill the employee social security salary. So this is the salary which the percent will be calculated based on. So here, for example, the total salary is 400. By the way, this leaves us with the possibility and the flexibility to decide whether the social security is calculated based on the total salary or just the basic main salary. So here, let's say I want to take the total salary, which is 400, just like here. By the way, also this is done for the first time only, so you don't need to do this every month, of course, for the sake of time and everything. It's just done one time, and then after you finish that one time, it will be calculated automatically every month in the salary sheet. So after I mentioned here that the total salary and the Social Security salary is 400, now here I will decide the employee's Social Security. So I write 7.5, which is automatically going to calculate for us 30. So the amount 30 is based on the Social Security salary, which is 400. And here I will write 14.25. So feel free here to add the social security amount you want, depending on the country, whether it's 7.5 or 7.25 here, whether it's 14 or 14.5. You can just change this as you want based on the amount which you have selected, based on the country, based on all these policies, in order to set the accurate number. Let's just give it a random percent. Let me say, for example, 5. Notice here how it's changed again. So the amount 20 is based on 400. I will keep it 5. I will keep it this way because now, after I save and close this, I want to see the draft salary sheet. So after I do this, I press set salary and close, and then I click yes. Make sure that the effective date is January 1st, 2019, just like the effective date here. This is the accurate effective date which we want to be displayed in the salary sheet. There is an entire video about the effective date, why it's important and useful, mainly because if you're not sure from this point, you might not be able to see what you have created or set up in the salary sheet, because it might still be reading something old, or you might still have displayed and added the effective date for a future month, not current month or next month. So it will read the changes which you have made based on that date. If this is not clear, you can feel free to watch our other video about the effective date, which is an entire full detailed video about it. So here, are you sure you want to set this effective date? I say yes. Do you want to print this? No. So now, after I made sure from this step, all I have to do is go to Payroll and Taxes, and here I will be able to select either the HR payroll or the timesheet payroll. And also there is a video about this if you want to make sure whether your employee will be displayed here or there. Basically, in simple words, it depends on what you have created in Generate Salary Sheet. So whatever you have selected there will carry on and will be displayed based on your decision here in either the HR payroll or the timesheet payroll. In our case now, I want to see the HR payroll. And I will not instantly go to create salary sheet. I will go to create draft. This is just as a draft to show me what everything I have entered, to show me the setup, the results, the outputs, the amounts, if any deductions are there, any additions, any loans, any air ticket amounts. So it will just display the amounts, not as actual accounting or financial effects. It will be displayed just as draft because it's not the actual salary sheet. So this is a very important point. Now here I will select the company which I'm focused about and curious to see the results, making sure that this is January 2019. Perfect. And then I will click on filter employee and then view to see all employees, and then I will select them all and click on OK. So now remember our employee which we have added the social security for is in this employee. So I will just scroll to the right to see whether it took effect or not. As you can see here, the social security says the correct amount, which is 20. So now, as we can see here, it should be 400, so the amount should be 400, but since there is a deducted amount which is 20, so the total and the net to pay will be 380. So this is how it's displayed. Of course, we can see other employees' social security and how it actually deducted this social security from the total. And it actually also saw the different amounts deducted from the leave. So it added everything all together and displayed it in the net to pay. So the draft salary sheet is very important. It shows you everything you need to see, all the outputs and results. So this is an important point to keep in mind as well. And the last step for today, which I will be showing you, is in the HRMS reports. So as we can see here, we have so many different types and so many different parts to be displayed in the HRMS reports based on what we are interested to see. So anything we're interested to see will be displayed here. We can see the salary sheets, summary details, and we can see the different payment modes for it, whether by cash, bank, check. We can also here view the payment salary. We can see the salary slip. We can see for both timesheet and also for HR. So here, make sure you are viewing the report which you are concerned about, because in that you will be seeing anything you are interested, such as for the taxes, for here, for example, the company, the reports, the graphs, so many different graphs, the payroll, as we can see here, you can see statistical, SIF. So everything you need to know is right here, including the pension, which I talked about at the beginning of the video, the monthly pension for company, employee, all of them. Okay, we can see here the different documents as well, and everything we need to know about the employees. So this is a very important point to keep in mind, is that you can see whatever you have created earlier, all the inputs, everything in this sheet and in this report, including the social security sheet. So we can see both pension and social security. So this was the end of today's video. I hope it was useful and easy to understand, and that the life cycle of the social security is now clear. You know where to start and how to see the final result of it. Of course, after we create the draft payroll, we move on to the actual creating of the salary sheet in the payroll process. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're not, and stay tuned for our next videos. Thank you.